Blackbeard. Blackbeard sailed throughout the Caribbean during piracy's famous Golden Age period. His real name was likely Edward Teach, though records remain inconsistent. He commanded the large ship Queen Anne's Revenge during major expeditions. Blackbeard wore slow-burning fuses beneath his hat before confrontations began. The unusual appearance made him recognizable among sailors across trade routes. He captured merchant vessels carrying valuable goods between colonial ports. Many crews surrendered immediately after spotting his approaching ship offshore. British naval forces eventually tracked him near North Carolina waters. Blackbeard died during a battle that ended his pirate career. Captain Kidd. Captain Kidd began his career as a privateer serving English interests. Privateers legally attacked enemy ships during wartime under government authorization. Kidd later faced accusations after capturing controversial vessels overseas. One disputed prize ship became central to his legal troubles. Political pressure increased as authorities investigated his actions abroad. Kidd returned, hoping officials would recognize his original mission. Instead, he faced arrest and transportation back to England. Court proceedings attracted significant public attention across the country. He was convicted and executed, becoming a famous historical figure. Anne Bonny. Anne Bonny became one of the most recognized female pirates historically. She left her husband and pursued life among pirate crews. Bonny joined Calico Rackham during Caribbean voyages and raids. Historical accounts describe her fighting alongside male crew members. She earned respect through participation in dangerous maritime operations. Bonny formed a close partnership with fellow pirate Mary Read. Their crew targeted merchant vessels traveling through regional waters. Authorities captured the group during an anti-piracy enforcement campaign. Anne Bonny's ultimate fate remains uncertain within surviving records. Mary Read. Mary Read spent portions of her life disguised as a man. She worked as a soldier before entering the world of piracy. Read eventually joined crews operating throughout Caribbean trade routes. Her skills earned respect among fellow sailors during expeditions. She sailed alongside Anne Bonny under Calico Jack's command. Historical records describe her participating directly in armed confrontations. Government forces eventually captured their ship near Jamaican waters. Read avoided immediate execution because she was expecting a child. She later died while imprisoned, ending her remarkable journey. Calico Jack Rackham. Calico Jack Rackham earned his nickname from colorful patterned clothing. He operated mainly throughout Caribbean waters during piracy's golden age. Rackham commanded smaller vessels designed for speed and maneuverability. His crew included both Anne Bonny and Mary Read. The group targeted merchant ships carrying supplies and commercial cargo. British authorities intensified anti-piracy efforts during Rackham's active years. His vessel was eventually surrounded by government enforcement ships. Rackham was arrested following the crew's unsuccessful escape attempt. He faced execution shortly afterward under anti-piracy laws. Bartholomew Roberts. Bartholomew Roberts became one of history's most successful pirate captains. He captured hundreds of vessels during a relatively brief career. Roberts operated across Atlantic waters and West African coastlines. His crews followed written rules governing conduct aboard ships. Organization and discipline distinguished his operations from many rivals. Merchant captains feared encountering Roberts along major trading routes. He often dressed elegantly while commanding important maritime expeditions. Naval forces eventually located and challenged his flagship vessel. Roberts died during battle, ending an exceptionally productive career. Henry Morgan. Henry Morgan started as a privateer targeting Spanish territories overseas. He organized large expeditions throughout the Caribbean region successfully. Morgan led attacks against ports, settlements, and strategic locations. His operations generated wealth for England and colonial authorities. Spanish leaders considered Morgan a serious threat to regional stability. English officials often viewed him as a valuable military asset. Morgan later received recognition and rewards from the English crown. He eventually served within Jamaica's colonial government administration. His career blurred distinctions between piracy, warfare, and politics. Charles Vane. Charles Vane became known for rejecting official pardons offered publicly. Many pirates accepted pardons to avoid prosecution and punishment. Vane chose piracy despite increasing government pressure throughout colonies. He attacked merchant vessels traveling across important Caribbean trade routes. Some pirates admired his refusal to surrender or compromise. Leadership conflicts eventually created tensions among his crew members. His sailors removed him from command after growing disagreements. Authorities later captured Vane following several unsuccessful ventures. He was tried and executed under anti-piracy laws. Stede Bonnet. Stede Bonnet came from a wealthy background before becoming a pirate. Unlike many captains, he possessed little maritime experience initially. Bonnet purchased a ship rather than capturing one through force. His unusual path made him different from most pirate leaders. He later worked alongside Blackbeard during several operations. Experienced sailors often provided guidance during important voyages. Government authorities pursued Bonnet throughout Atlantic coastal regions. Attempts to abandon piracy ultimately failed after renewed activities. He was captured and executed in South Carolina afterward. William Kidd. William Kidd operated during intense competition between European empires worldwide. His assignments involved protecting commerce and pursuing hostile pirates. A controversial ship seizure damaged his standing among officials. Political circumstances changed rapidly, complicating his legal position. Authorities used his case to discourage future pirate activities. Kidd insisted his actions followed instructions from sponsors. Courts rejected many arguments presented during legal proceedings. His conviction attracted significant attention throughout England and colonies. Stories about hidden treasure expanded his historical reputation. Samuel Bellamy. Samuel Bellamy became widely known as Black Sam Bellamy. He captured valuable merchant ships traveling across Atlantic trade networks. Bellamy reportedly treated captured sailors better than many contemporaries. His most famous prize vessel was the Whydah Galley. The ship carried wealth acquired through numerous successful captures. A severe storm struck shortly after Bellamy seized it. The Whydah sank off Massachusetts, causing substantial loss of life. Bellamy perished during the shipwreck alongside many crew members. His career ended suddenly despite growing success at sea. Edward Lowe. Edward Lowe operated throughout Atlantic waters during the 18th century. He commanded multiple vessels over the course of his career. Lowe targeted merchant shipping routes, carrying valuable commercial cargo. Historical accounts describe him as an especially harsh captain. His reputation spread widely among sailors and trading communities. Government officials considered him a major maritime security threat. Several naval efforts attempted locating and capturing his fleet. Records disagree regarding the circumstances surrounding his final years. Many details about his ultimate fate remain uncertain today. Francis Drake. Francis Drake sailed during ongoing conflicts between England and Spain. He attacked Spanish ships transporting wealth from overseas colonies. English citizens often celebrated Drake for successful naval expeditions. Spanish officials considered his actions unlawful and deeply disruptive. Drake completed a voyage around the world successfully. The journey demonstrated expanding English naval capabilities and ambitions. His expeditions returned valuable goods and geographic information home. Queen Elizabeth honored Drake with knighthood following achievements abroad. His legacy remains debated across different historical perspectives today. Jean Lafitte. Jean Lafitte operated along waterways surrounding the Gulf Coast region. He built commercial networks involving trade and smuggled merchandise. Lafitte established bases near Louisiana's marshes and coastal channels. His organization generated profits through maritime transportation activities. American authorities occasionally pursued operations connected to his network. He later supported American forces during a major conflict. That assistance improved public perceptions of Lafitte temporarily. Stories involving hidden treasure contributed to his lasting fame. Several aspects of his life remain uncertain historically. Ching Shih. Ching Shih commanded one of history's largest organized pirate fleets. She operated along southern China's coastline during the 19th century. Her organization controlled hundreds of vessels and thousands of sailors. Strict regulations governed behavior throughout her extensive maritime network. Violations often resulted in severe penalties imposed by leadership. Trade routes experienced disruption from fleet activities and patrols. Regional governments struggled against her growing influence and power. She eventually negotiated favorable terms with government authorities. Ching Shih retired successfully with wealth and preserved status.